Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Vape Girl 87 here. Just making a really quick video for my really most favourite tank that I've been using for a while now. It's the Aspire Cleito Pro, so you would have heard me talk about it in a few other videos, but I really wanted to make a video for this because I don't know about anyone else, but if you ever find your coils dying real quick, or the tank just isn't that great, I can't say anything bad about this tank, maybe apart from how you fill it, but everything else I really can't complain about it. So I've wanted to do a video to show everyone that I actually found a tank that's really great. The coil in it is absolutely amazing, and I would recommend this to anyone. I am telling every single person I know that vapes about this coil because it is quite brilliant. Now, I got it quite randomly. I went into Romford, because that's where I live. I went into Romford and was trying to get some coils for the current tank I had at the time, which I can't remember what it is at the moment. And the vape shop that I normally go to was shut again, so I was a little bit peeved, and I was walking back to the office because I was at work, and I walked past like a vape stand that you sort of get at outside shops. So I popped my head in and I said to the bloke, do you have any coils for X whatever one I had at the time? And he said no. But then he started asking me about the tank, and I was like, no, it's not that great really, blah blah blah. And then he said to me, have you ever tried the Aspire Cleito Pro? And I said, well, no, because I've never even heard of it. And he was like, okay, well, I can guarantee you'd love this tank. And I hear that a lot from a lot of different vape shops, but so I was a bit sceptical at the time. I thought, oh, he's trying to upsell, I only come here to find out about some coils, maybe buy a bit of juice, and now he's trying to sell me a tank. But I must admit, I was sceptical at the time, but I'm so pleased that I actually went ahead and bought that tank because it was brilliant. I think it was about £25. It came with a spare bit of glass and came with a coiled tank, a coiled coil, the one that spirals around rather than the mesh. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual word for them. But the actual coil inside the current tank that he gave me was mesh. And he kept ranting and raving about mesh tanks as well, and I was like, oh, well, I'll try those, because I've never tried them before either. Anyway, long story short, 2.5 weeks later, I still don't have to change my coil, and by now I've changed it at least once. And I've got to a point where I've forgotten, because the original glass on it was so small, I'd forgotten to top it up. Even could start smelling burning where I'd been vaping on an empty tank. Just topped it up thinking, oh, I'm going to have to change the coil soon. No, it's like it replenished itself. It was absolutely amazing. So I'll show you the tank I've got. I'll take it off my mod at the moment. So this is the tank. It's called the Aspire Cleito Pro. It says it at the bottom there. Now, when I got it, it only had a 2ml tank. I bought this bubble glass for about £2, £3, so it gave me 4ml, which is brilliant, because having such a tiny little tank is so frustrating because you are topping up constantly. Now I'm going to put it back on this mod so it's easier to sort of show you. It's got a great little mouthpiece. Some mouthpieces, they can be quite wide, so when you take it in, it makes this god-awful whoosh sound that everyone can hear you doing it, and it sort of makes them stare at you, which I don't like. So yeah, it's got a great little mouthpiece, and the airflow's at the bottom, as you can see there, but the way you feel it is a bit strange. Now, I wasn't like 100% convinced at the time, but it's like I'm getting used to it kind of thing. So you've got the tank there, you've got the tank there. Now if you lift that off, you can lift this part up like that, and then it exposes the actual area where you can put the juice in. What I normally do is I turn it to the side. I've got quite a lot of juice in at the moment, so I'm being careful. I turn it to the side so that the sort of drip area is open at the top, and then I pour it in, and then you just keep an eye on your glass to make sure it's full. Once it's done, you pop the little cap back on. The only thing that I found was quite annoying was, as you can see, it gets a little bit messy because you get a lot of air bubbles, and also because of the way it is, you do get a little bit of juice around the sides, which I find a little bit frustrating, but as tanks go, it's absolutely amazing. Now the coils, so I'll show you what the coils look like, because I bought a spare thinking, oh god, I'm gonna have to change them in a week's time, and I didn't need to. So I got these ones from Amazon. I got these ones from Amazon. I can't quite remember how much I paid for them. I think they were about £8, between £8 and £11. Oh no, apologies, these were 15. You get 5 in there. The box looks like this. Now the Cleito do other coils as well, so if you're getting the Aspire Cleito Pro, you need to get the Cleito mesh coil replacements, and it has all the information on here. I don't quite know what most of it means, but you know, it looks like that's what the box looks like. So it says here 60 to 75 watts, so that's what your coil should go up to. So you can always double check if you're not sure you're getting the right ones for your tank. You can always double check by looking inside, because there's normally a reading on there, and then there's this little image here, which I must admit I don't know what it means, but I just know it's on coils. It says 0.15 there, and the guy in the vape shop said that, you know, the higher the whatever this means goes, the more it goes in, whatever that means. So I'm still learning, you know, I'm still trying to figure out here. So right, so you get 5 in the strip. They look like this, which is really strange, because normally all vape coils are really tiny, little podgy little things. These are like slim, kind of long things. Yeah, so they look like that. I'm not going to take one out because there's really no point in me taking them out. But I really wish I could show you, but if you look inside the little hole, you can see the mesh, which is quite brilliant really. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Aspire Cleito Pro. Absolutely amazing tank. I would recommend it to anyone, anyone who's new, anyone who has trouble with their tanks. Please, please, please try the Aspire Cleito Pro, because it is absolutely amazing. With the mesh coils as well, you will not be let down, and it lets off a lovely cloud. It's a mouth to lung, so it goes straight into your lungs. And yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. You can get it in other colours. I think there was a silver and a blue, but I got it in the black because it's just the standard, you know, like it would look the same with my actual, because I've got it on my drag, so it would look the same as on my drag, so I got the black. But yeah, I mean, I would say if you're thinking about changing your tank, or a little bit skeptical of what you've heard, take my advice that the Aspire Cleito Pro is an amazing tank to go for. Yes, it's quite small, as in it doesn't hold a lot. You can get tanks that go up to like 8 mil, but then what you have to be aware of is the higher they go, the stronger the mod should really be, and then the more you use in liquid. So it depends on how you like to use your vape. If you vape during the day, if you're sort of a once in a while kind of person, it all depends. But I use mine near enough every day. I drive for work, so I drive around Essex for work, and I only have to probably top that up maybe once a day if I'm out my office. If I'm in my office, I don't have to top it up until I get home, so that's a good 8 hours, which is great. So yeah, that's my short video. Well, I say short, all my videos seem to be the same length, even though I think they're short, but that's my video about the Aspire Cleito Pro. I'll put some details underneath as best as I can, and I'd really appreciate any comments, likes and subscribes is always good as well. And my next video will probably be about another juice that I got that I've absolutely fallen in love with. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, guys, and thank you for watching, and you'll see me soon. Take care, bye.